Hi, so today we're going to be talking about Nehemiah 13. And as usual, our first slides are kind of a review of how we got here, learning about Nehemiah's beginnings over in so if you want to do good in the test later on, if you read, that's a good plan. But also a lot of the answers might be even said before time in the review here. So
Okay.
So, in the beginning, he came from Persia and he was working for the king. He heard about Jerusalem. The people had come back from Babylon. He went back to there. And then he went through a lot of challenges and struggles, rebuilding the wall, but they still did it in record time. At the end, they celebrated because they were so happy about it. And they tried to get back to normal and they re-instructed people, and people would be very reverent when the word of God was being read, and they made so many vows and promises, and they were happy at the end and dedicated the wall. So right now, that time, we would have said, nice ending, here we go, that's it. But like so much in life, there's always a twist at the end. So here in Nehemiah 13, when he got there, he stayed there about 12 years. We know that because it says the year again, like it did in the first chapter of the reign of the Persian king. So remember, he came from Susa, and then he went to Jerusalem to try to help. So now he went back to Susa or Persia, right? And he comes back again. They're saying as a retired person, now he's going to stay in Jerusalem. Because the king had given him permission. It wasn't like you could leave forever. I saw that he was sad, remember that? And said, okay, you can go out and help. So in Nehemiah 13, we see what happens when he comes back and sees what's happening there. So he sees that the separation of the promises the people made. So he was sad about that. He saw that Elisha's job had been to take care of the storerooms, and that wasn't really supposed to be that way because he was not a Israelite. And before that, in Moses' time, in the book of Moses, it has said that they shouldn't have foreigners controlling these things in the temple.
Only the Levite could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a history, and it says that there was Balaam, the Ammonites, and the Moabites, and all these things. So, and Tobiah, as we saw, is an enemy of God, and he happened to be buddy with Elisha, so that's not good either. So Nehemiah started cleansing, purifying, and did not want to allow any paganism to be allowed in there. He was pulling people's hair because he was so mad when they were selling stuff and doing things. They also started marrying foreigners again, right? So we know, especially in the time of Solomon, that was his downfall, right?
Yeah.
So some of the kids started not even speaking the Hebrew language already. So why was it important, do you think, just as a thought question, to keep the Hebrew language?
Well, that's your heritage, that's your culture, that keep everything together. If you lose that, you lose who you are, your
Correct.
identity.
A lot of the law is written in Hebrew, so if you don't know how to speak Hebrew,
Very
you can't
good
read
answers.
Hebrew.
Thank you. So they were doing same things they started doing again, all over again, and that led them to captivity in Babylon before. So we don't want that to happen again. And they started having all these mixed marriages. And they seem to have abandoned. Remember, one of my scriptures that I kept saying is, do not neglect the house of the Lord. Well, obviously they started doing that again. They even had the Levites and the singers go in the fields to work because they weren't giving their portions.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden they have to go find their own job. So things were really falling apart. Additionally to that, they started forgetting about the Sabbath, as we saw in this chapter, right?
Like we have in Israel today.
The people were doing what on the Sabbath?
We're selling stuff,
Yeah, fish, bringing in cargo, all stuff. And why were some people sleeping outside the gates?
Before he closed the gates.
Yeah, they were waiting. They couldn't wait to get back into cell again. They're like, ready to jump on the scene there.
Business was good.
Yeah. So he shut down those operations and said that was not going to happen. Yep, he shut them down. Ordered the gates to be locked. Put some people in charge, including Levites at the gates. So they wouldn't. So in summary, what happened, unfortunately here, sometimes happens is when the cat's away, the mice will play. So even though he has set up other leaders, they may have not had the respect or command that Nehemiah said. So you always have to be vigilant. And then Tobiah, he's just a troublemaker, and so that starting with respect for him, it started causing problems. And then he took away the funding, the Levites left, so now your Levites are gone. Who's leading the services? Everything it's a snowball effect, like it says here. Dwindling worship, they start forgetting about the Sabbath. It's one thing after the other.
And they bring the Pentecostal.
So, what did he do? He started doing corrective actions, Nehemiah, when he came back. He got the fox out of the hen house, as they say, which was the Ammonites and the Moabites controlling things. He's like, you got to get out of here. The book of Moses prohibits this, so we're going to go back. He rebuked them. He rebuked so many people in here. He brought the Levites back. He reestablished the Sabbath and reminded them what happened to them before when they started sinning. So in our life lessons, I should say Nehemiah 13, it's never too late to do the right thing. And you have to cultivate a lifestyle of praise and prayer. Similar to what Deanna said with consistency, you have to have consistency. You cannot let your guard down. It starts with one little thing, and then you get the snowball effect, and next thing you know, you're in trouble. So you have to keep, like she said, make small changes, make an action plan, act decisively, and continue. So this challenge, as every chapter has had a challenge, is the persistence challenge. Okay, so I have some questions on the slideshow, and unfortunately I ran out of time, so let's have some on paper here. So, but we'll start like we usually do. And like I said, a lot of the answers I just gave you, so everybody should answer correctly.
Are you gonna go in order?
Yes, Renee, what was written in the book of Moses? Oh, wait a minute. What was, I shouldn't have shown you the answers.
No, but you said
Go ahead.
that the Ammonite shouldn't be accepted in the Ammonite. The Ammonite is specific. The Ammonite shouldn't be accepted in Israel because when Israel was in trouble, instead of helping Israel, they pay someone to pray so that they're cursed, but the Lord blessed them. And because of that, then the Israelites said that no foreigner should live with them, and they still having foreigners living with them.
Okay, so the answer is B. No, it actually specifies Ammonite or Moabite should ever be admitted into the assembly.
Said I like the arch enemy of Jews,
Correct.
along with the
You
Canaanites.
ready, Jim? Oh my God, I don't know why the answers are coming out. Who did the Ammonites and the Moabites hire? Who did they hire?
I'll do the multiple choice.
Okay.
To be honest, he would have done the multiple choice.
Okay.
I know.
C.
Very good.
Yeah, Gene.
Good job.
Because A could have been a tricky one.
Wait, you highlighted D.
And no, it's wrong. It's
It's
D.
wrong.
Like I said, I was
It's
sorry.
It's D.
It's
Yes,
the-
you know that.
oh, it's C. He's right. Elliot
C.
Sharp is
It's
correct.
Alam.
Oh, they just hired- It's C. I
It's C.
scored the wrong one.
So it's Balaam or what?
Curse the Israelite, the Ammonite high.
No, to take care of the storehouse.
Okay, that's correct, yes.
So it was Balaam.
No, it was Eliashib.
Oh.
Eliashib.
Yeah, I put it twice. Okay. Where was Nehemiah during the period all these things were downfalling, Hannah?
I
You
know
just said
the
it.
answer.
Multiple choice?
No, I don't need it. I'm just wondering if that's where they went or they went back to.
What?
I'm gonna say,
It's not one of these choice.
no, I'm just thinking about Persia.
No,
No?
Yeah, that's where
Yeah,
he
it
was.
was, yeah.
He went back
to
to
Persia,
Persia,
yeah, he went to Persia.
He went to Persia. Very
Went to
good.
Persia, yeah.
That's
He
correct.
went to the Empire of
I know
Persia.
one of the.
Persia.
Specifically, Susa,
Yeah.
which is right.
But Susa's in Persia?
Yeah, it's the
Israel is part of the empire.
or citadel that we learned in
Well, Israel is part of the
it's like
empire of
the
Persia.
main principal place.
Well, he went to, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Jonathan, let's see if, oh my
Let me
gosh.
see if I can get a preview of these multiple choice and that I hit Persia.
Where have the Levites gone? If you're fast in reading, you could get.
To the fields.
To the fields is correct, very good.
The word here.
I read all those. I got pass on quiz.
All right, Bebo, you ready?
Yes, real quick.
Who were Shelemiah, Zadok, and Pedaiah?
Ooh.
They were the one that were put in charge
Put in charge of what?
of the temple.
By who?
Ah,
That's easy, man. Oh, no, that's easy.
Hey, there's no
That's a
commentary,
tricky
man.
question.
by who?
Is it too late for multiple choice?
Multiple choice.
Okay, he wants multiple choice.
I know this is what by who? Who nearly in charge of
But
the
doesn't say
storeroom?
anything about the temple either.
Or the storeroom? That's the one. Eh?
Okay, I'm only gonna give you 1 point.
Yeah,
Because you should
use
know
multiple
Nehemiah
choice.
brought these people in to get out the
Yeah,
battle.
that's why I say it's a given.
Zadok? Go.
Nehemiah was the guy.
Never seen
who-
the lion, no.
Mira cómo lo tengo.
Close enough. Yours
What?
good?
It work. Oh no, this was too easy, so I didn't give multiple choice. Ralph, what were people doing on the Sabbath?
They were selling stuff, fish, everything on the Sabbath.
Good. All right, Nina, you ready? We're gonna go to, you have to listen now, okay?
Oh, really?
Yes. And there's no slides for this.
Listen,
Okay, in the chapter, Nehemiah says, remember me so many times. Remember me, remember me, remember me. Why is he asking God to remember him for?
Because he's doing what the God wants.
Namely, like, for example, an example of something he did that God wanted.
He take care of the temple.
Very good. So, he wanted to be like, remember, I did these, this is not me, these are these other people, like separating himself from the other one, saying, I'm the one that helped. Please remember that I struggle with this temple, that I still follow you and things like that. Very good. Okay, do you want to participate, Eric?
Haven't read much.
you take multiple choice.
Yeah, that's fine.
What did Nehemiah command be done? A physical act to be done to stop the flow of goods on the Sabbath.
What he did.
Uh-huh. What did he command?
You can get more.
No multiple
No
choice.
Yeah, you
Well, I
can.
do. I have multiple choice here, but
Don't say it out loud. I just want to.
So basically, what did he command to, for what?
for when they were selling stuff on the Sabbath, and he made a commandment to stop that flow, but it was a physical thing that was done.
Yeah.
I need somebody else.
You want the multiple choice?
Yeah, multiple choice.
Maybe you get it right, Brandon. Arrest the traitors. Expulsion of the traitors. Arming the gatekeepers. Or closing the gates, locking the door.
Closing the gates.
Very good, Nick.
You go, Brandon, eat it.
I wanted it. That's the problem.
Brandon,
That was a tough one. That was what I was thinking I was going to get too.
That was the one for you.
who did Nehemiah want to be arrested? Who did he say, I'm gonna arrest you if you do this?
The merchants.
No. Deanna, who did Nehemiah want to get arrested?
Abaya?
No, Abel? This was a little-
Again, multiple choice.
Okay, multiple choice. Those selling food on the Sabbath. Those carrying the carts on the Sabbath. Those traveling on the Sabbath, or those that were sleeping outside the gates on the Sabbath.
Selling on the Sabbath.
No.
No. Over here. Over
Oh, I'm next.
Okay, well, we don't have to go around.
Well,
But for fun, go ahead.
yeah, because the one that were sleeping outside, he said to them, if you don't come back, I'm gonna lock you up.
Are they not merchants? Am I crazy?
Yeah, but
But
it's
you-
a specific act, not all the.
A
churches in
specific
general.
act, baby, a specific act.
So you didn't ask for specific? You just like, no, that's wrong.
The next one, anybody
tell
can
me.
answer, what had led Solomon to sin? That they were doing all over again. Eddie?
The marrying foreign women.
Yes,
Foreigners.
foreign women. Yes, that is correct. So this takes place around 433 BC. The word I rebuked is also used, just like remember me, he was rebuking this person, that person. And then, and another thing he did also was that he also cleansed, and threw the stuff out of the Ammonite and the Moabites outside.
Out of the temple,
And
yeah.
everything like that. So, we have, you know what? Whoever answers this question the fastest is gonna be the winner. We
You
have
need to raise your
1,
hand
2,
first.
3, 4,
No,
5
screw that.
people. I'm gonna name you that had 2 points. Yeah, whoever raised their hand first, okay?
Everybody scream it out.
The people left is Renee, Hannah, Jonathan, Ralph, and Nina. Okay, I'm gonna watch your hand.
So what's
How many more chapters are left? Hannah.
0.
Yes, 0. This is the last chapter. So next time we go, we're gonna have fun Jeopardy because we do that at the end of the chapters. I wish it would have ended a little happier, but now at least we know that Nehemiah is back, and for a while at least. But in the course of human nature, unfortunately, we go back.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? It is 4 p.m. and we are going to have our minister give us the ministerial closing.
Close.
No question.
Recording, stop recording.
We're recording. Stop it.